start this off by saying, Call Halayim La Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahweh Shai Ba'Shem Rakakwadash. Double honors and salutations to the elders and apostles at Great Millstone. Rule well, peace and love to the hopeful elect. Shalom. So I want to get into a dream that I literally just had, man. I'm gonna just get straight into it. So I was at work, right? And I work in a mall. I work at a specific store inside of a mall. So the mall was pretty much closed, you know, and my job was pretty much closed. But, you know, the employees, me and my coworkers, we were still inside of our job, inside of the mall, you know, cleaning up, finishing things up and stuff like that, getting ready to leave, right? So right before we left, you know, our boss came out with pizza and stuff like that, you know, like a little pizza party, I guess, for doing a good job or whatever it may be. And he started talking to me about an AR and stuff like that. If you don't know what I'm pretty sure all of y'all know what an AR is. And everything makes sense now. So I'm gonna first say an AR in the times that we are approaching is pointless, man. Any kind of carnal weapon, it's not gonna help you unless, you know, Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahweh Shai is with you. So with that being said, I'm gonna continue. And mind you, the co-workers that I had at the time inside of the dream, I'm pretty sure there were people that I went to school with, you know, like young people just like me, just like myself, but they don't work at my job right now. So at my job, there's a gate, you know, you can't just walk out at the end of the night. The manager gotta let you out, he gotta open up the gate for you. So we ended up, you know, leaving my job, going into the mall, you know, so we could leave, right? So it was me, and there was this other guy, this other teenager that I know that go to my school, right? Well, I'm not in school anymore. So he went to my school. I'm not sure if he still do, but that's besides the point. So I was with this guy that went to my school, right? And, you know, we was leaving the mall, and there was another guy. He was an older man, right? And as you leave my job, you know, to go wherever you're going, specifically where I was going, because I was thinking I was just about to go home. And in a way that I normally go home is I leave out the mall, you know, I walk to the second stage of the mall parking lot to get to the normal street, so I could cross it and be on my way, right? And the teenager that was with me, you know, we pretty much did the same thing. And there was also another guy, I can't remember him, but he was a smaller dude. He was a younger guy. So at this time, it's the smaller dude is me. It's the dude that I went to school with, and it's this older guy that I don't know, never seen before, right? So as we walk it, and as we on the stairwell, going to the second floor, to the top of the mall parking lot, where the street is, the older guy, he was saying something, and now that I'm thinking about it, he was an angel. He was definitely an angel. He was prophesying, and there was nothing but destruction. I can't remember all of the words that he was saying, but he did say along the lines of, since you don't want to listen and stuff like that. And you know, that was pretty much a message for you so-called Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans, man, because y'all are not listening. You are not listening to the prophets. Y'all are not taking a look at the scriptures. Y'all are not observing the time that we're in. Y'all don't give a fuck, man. Y'all just rather go on about y'all day. So, as we walking up the steps, and the angel is prophesying, I'm listening to him, but we still walking up the steps. So eventually we get to the end, we get to the top, Salakia. Oh, and mind you, it's dark outside too. It's dark outside, and as a matter of fact, I got a precept to explain to y'all how I felt in that dream. So this right here is Exodus 10 verse 21. And the Lord Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai said unto Moses, stretch out thine hand toward heaven, that there may be darkness over the land of Egypt, even darkness which may be felt. So at that time, it was dark. And that darkness could be felt. It was dark both physically and it was dark both spiritually. It was dead spiritually, it was, now that I'm thinking about it, now that I'm like going over it and stuff like that, now that I pondered on that dream, it wasn't nobody outside, man. It wasn't nobody outside besides us four people, Salakia, besides us four people and the other person that I'm gonna get to as I continue, right? So the angel, he get done prophesying. We at the top of the steps. I was listening to him, but I can't recite all of the words that he said, but I know that he was prophesying. That was 100% an angel without a shadow of a doubt. And he looked like a regular dude too. He looked like a regular dude. He actually sounded like some of the guys that I heard from GMS. So we at the top of the steps, for some reason, we're following this little guy. We following the younger dude. Mind you, this younger dude, he ain't said a word. He ain't looked at us. He just walking. And for some reason, we following him. I guess I'm following him because, I always go this way. I always go the way that he seemed to be going, right? It was me and the younger dude, the teenager that I went to school with. We was both following him. And an older guy, right? But the older guy, he ended up leaving, right? It seemed as if he had a car, right? Because later on, he was, after he got done prophesying, I was like, Thawada, because 100%, he was prophesying destruction, and the words, I believed it 100%. I believed it 100%, right? So the angel, right, he had looked at a red car. I guess it was the note on it or whatever it may be. But he had looked at it. After I looked back and said Thawada and saw him next to that car, I didn't look back anymore. I knew 100% he was going, because where could you possibly be? You're not going to get inside of a car and think you're just about to be cruising down the street in that time that we was in, man. You're not. You ain't. You're not even going to dare to be outside all publicly making that much noise inside of a car. You're not. So we following this little dude, right, that has never spoken a word to us. So after I told the angel Thawada, the dude that I went to school with, he was next to me. He was like, what that mean? And I was like, it means thank you. And he seemed interested. He seemed like he believed it, and that's kind of, I felt like that's kind of interesting, because everybody don't believe. So we continue walking, right, and we cross the street, right, and there's a sports car with a siren, with a cop siren on top of it, right? And it's not normal for you to be outside in a sports car with a cop siren on top of your car, right? It's not normal now. Neither was it normal in that time, because like I said, in that time, first and foremost, it was dark outside. And the darkness that was outside, it could be felt both physically and spiritually. So, that car, it turned the corner, like right in front of our faces, came this way, started swirling around and shit like that. So like, listen, man, everybody's scared. Everybody locked inside of their houses. Ain't nobody outside. Ain't nobody outside, no none of that. And you just got this loud ass sports car roll up and start doing donuts and stuff like that, right? So the other dude, the smaller guy that was in front of us walking, he ended up turning a different way without saying anything, right? And we saw him, but me and the other teenager that I went to school with, we kept on walking a little bit from the path that car came from. All right. So we got to talking a little bit. And and we thought it was strange how that car, did what it did. So we walking and we talking, but the path that we're walking on, the path that car came from, it was dark and it looked like the hood. It looked like the hood, but it was dark, it was empty. And the darkness that was in that area, it was darkness that can be felt, Like this time that we entered in, man, a lot of people not ready for it. A lot of people not ready for it. A lot of people don't even believe this day is going to happen, man. So if you believe this, man, continue to stay strong in the faith, man. Continue to pray to Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai. So we both decided that we wasn't going to continue to walk down that path anymore. All right. And then we had said something. I had said something about the little dude and the teenager that was next to me, right? He was like, he ain't gonna listen. He you know what I'm saying? He was as a zombie, man. He ain't said nothing. He was completely bugged out. He was walking. He probably didn't even know where he was going, man. He was just like a walking target. Like, he was completely out of it. He lost his mind. It was as if he had no sense of reality. It was as if he was just walking around waiting to get killed. Genuinely, man. Waiting to get killed. So, and that right there, that's pretty much the end of the dream. But yeah, if I could add a few words, that dream, man, the way that I felt within it, the message that was given ultimately, because the message from that angel was, the Lord is ultimately, Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai, he's sending great judgment. He's sending great judgment on our people and on the rest of ultimately on America, because that's where we was at, So he's sending great judgment, and those that don't hearken, it ain't no way out of it, man. You can't go nowhere. It ain't no escape from this. The only chance of deliverance you have is trusting in Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai, and ultimately, being a part of the elect, which we pray and hope that we are a part of. And with that being said, I'm gonna say Shalom.